Good evening, Internet. Good evening, Twitch. Apologies, we are a little bit later than usual. We had some scheduling conflicts. We'll get some words out tonight before we start. So yeah, let's not hang about. Let's get straight into it. This is episode 59. Would you believe? We are well on our way into this campaign now, and hope you're all enjoying it so far. A huge shout out and thank you to all the tools we use. So Owlbear Rodeo for virtual tabletop, which you will see a lot of tonight. Incarnate for the mapping, which you will see a lot of thanks to Owlbear Rodeo. D&D Beyond for all things D&D game management. Hero Forge for character creation, even monster creation, because I've been playing a lot with Hero Forge. Then there's Kassoon 5e Magic Shop, which I use for various DM's tools. And of course, for our musical ambience, we have tabletop audio, and for those sound effects we use to make our game even more awesome and even more immersive, there is always BattleBards. We are affiliated with BattleBards, so if you want to get some sound effects for your game or some musical tracks, it doesn't have to be D&D, could be any TTRPG, could be any stream you're doing as well. Yeah, go check them out. Use the code Malt and Magic when you register, all one word, and get yourselves a nice cheeky discount off those sound effects. Please go check us on social media. That is where we posted obviously the update around the scheduling conflict. That's where we post out all our updates, but also our funny reels, just our general antics, and apparently a lot of Kirik memes lately. They seem to be just coming thick and fast at the minute, but we all love them. And it is definitely... I haven't found one that's not true yet, let's put it that way. So they're always good fun. If you wish to engage with us in a different way or listen to us rather than watch on Twitch, or if you want to go back and revisit past episodes, if you haven't quite got time to sit and watch YouTube and you would rather sit there with your headphones in, or maybe you're driving, those sorts of things, then please go check out the podcast on your podcast platform of choice. And my only other ask with that is if you do get the option to either spread the word, leave a like, leave a review, anything you can do to help us spread the word with the podcast, with the Twitch stream, with the YouTube channel is greatly appreciated by all of us. So thank you very much for that. Don't forget to go check out our sister stream, podcast, channel, whatever you want to call it, Tales of Tilnar, run by our very own Simao, who plays Kirik, with his own bunch of players in their wacky, zany adventures. We had a little bit of a teaser amongst the group earlier on what's to come, so it sounds very exciting. I won't reveal any more details on that front. I will let you go check that out for yourselves. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing I really need to talk about is obviously our ongoing NPC character contest. So when we hit that magic number, that 50 follower mark, I will pick one of those 50 followers to create an NPC alongside myself to feature in the game, so you can get a little piece of yourself within Nylin, within Malt Magic, within that universe, and they will become canon, and you will live forever inside our game stream. So if you want a chance to do that, please do make sure you are following along on the Twitch channel. Encourage your friends, neighbours, colleagues, peers, pets, whatever. Let's hit that 50 number and get you a chance to get that NPC inside the game. I've also said previously I'm going to throw in one of the t-shirts in, which you will see shortly. Simao is modelling for us tonight. So we will. There's a choice of colours as well. You could have a grey, you could have a white. I may even throw some new colours in there. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my announcements and general intros for tonight. So there will most certainly be adult language and a lot of adult humour. You have been warned. But let's roll.
Hello.
Good.
Hello there.
How we doing?
Terrified, as always.
Yeah.
We've not even started yet.
Now, we always say this, but we're going to absolutely nail it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
By nail it, I mean the nails in our coffins.
I was about to say, we have absolutely no idea what's about to happen in this room, so who knows?
No, we don't, indeed. Or any other room, for that matter. So, but before we get into that, let's run down the lineup. I am Matt, and as always, I am your Dungeon Master and your various NPCs for this evening.
I am
The
Danny,
psychic
and I'm...
character Bothrid.
Sorry, you can't forget King Bothrid. He is
I can't forget King
possibly
Bothrid. I
the
did,
main
though.
character at this point.
Or the BBEG, we don't know.
Yeah, Bothrid is the patron of Theo this whole time. I am Danny, and I play Ander Hornraven, who will hopefully still be Ander Hornraven next week after we pick a fight with some Mind Flayers, potentially, maybe, who knows.
I'm Simone. I'm playing Kirit Gravetusk, and I have my backup character ready, so let's roll. See what happens.
I would say we're optimists.
Yeah, this is great.
That's helpful. Yes, I'm Dave. I play Dargon, the Goliath fighter warlock, and I'm sure everything will go well.
So, yes, you do raise a very good point, however, Mr. Hornraven, Mr. Hodge, around next week. So, next week, for everybody that joins us on a regular basis, it will not be a Molten... Well, it will be a Molten Magic episode, but it will not be the Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. I am taking a long overdue week off with my family, so instead, Samau has very kindly offered to run a very special one-shot. So I will be watching from wherever I am on holiday, and hoping you all enjoy it. So new characters, new voices, new antics for 1 week only, and then we'll get back into it the week after that. So any
It's like it's
teasers you want to
Christmas,
give out,
isn't it?
Samau?
I guess we can say that it's level 15 characters, so that's that already is very different. So
Yes.
So
I get to
if you
I get
want
to take
come
these
and watch
guys
us read
into
character sheets
Yeah.
live on air. Come on down.
exactly. I get to take these guys on high level D&D, which is always terrifying.
3 hours
Praise
of, I didn't know I
indeed.
could do that.
Yep, very much.
3 hours of...
Shit, I
really?
forgot about
It's in
that.
my character sheet?
Yeah.
I can do what?
So,
I can do how much, damn it?
That's what you say every week, Kirik.
That's true. That's true.
good stuff. So, let's get into it, shall we? Last week we left off having explored... well, let's go right back to the beginning. Having interrogated a Duragar. And through a final successful use of suggestion, got certain bits of information out of him, understood that there were some overlords or some sort of commanding force that had enslaved the Duragar within these mines, within the Shiverspell mine. And then Remley pretty much just decided to kill him. Had he attacked you and used that moment, having completed the suggestion and answered the questions, to spring into action, no longer being held by the whole person spell, and so attacked you. Remley ran him through with a blade, and then you decided to take the head off and store it in a bag of holding. So we'll see what happens with that bag, or that head even, after a certain period of time. From the information the Duragar then gave you, you made a decision to explore the mine a little bit more than previously planned. So went down some different corridors that you probably weren't planning on doing so at the beginning of the session. Found some intellect devourers. Remley almost lost himself totally, albeit thanks to a strange moment, seemingly from Gindris. Literally Remley moving from one spot to another in no time at all, instantaneously. And then you continued to explore the sort of the entranceway passages, I'm going to call them. Found a very nifty trap, which, in all fairness, we probably wouldn't have stumbled upon had Dargon not pulled Anders' leg and provoked him into a cage, basically.
It's totally legit, yep.
Fantastic use of... was it teleport? No, it wasn't. It was Dimension Door. Sorry. Fantastic use of Dimension Door to get him out of there. And so we then continued on, and we have just passed the room with sort of the hole in the floor, basically a carved out hole, and these 4 dwarven statues on each corner, and where you can see down into this underground cavern just filled with lava and huge great stone columns, what looks like obsidian everywhere, really. And then the 6 of you had continued sort of to head in a northeasterly direction, and he'd reached a bit of a T-junction where previously Ander had seen the Durgar head, and we had paused there for the night, really. So that's where we left off last session. So we begin tonight's session, having begun to explore these mines a little bit more. And Kirik and Dargon, as you venture up this northeasterly corridor and begin to see into the room beyond, you can see the glow of a forge. And then as you sort of peer a little bit round, Kirik, you can just hear a subtle growling noise as well. Just a...
That doesn't sound good.
Nope.
I'm going to... I'm going to move in slightly, just to have a peek.
Okay, so...
It was you two off on your own, wasn't it?
Stealth check.
Currently.
Well,
It was
you kind
indeed,
of all
yes.
followed.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Matt, did you ask for a stealth check?
I did ask for a stealth check.
Oh, dear.
For me as well.
Hey, the first dice was a natural 20. That counts for something, right?
But
The second one
But
was
you
a
have
5,
disadvantage.
so that makes it 6.
Am I with him doing it as well? Yeah.
it's fucking redundant now.
if
with this
you're
6, isn't
peeking
it?
round the
He's
corner
banging
with
the
it,
drum
yes.
telling everyone he's here.
Am I? I don't know. I thought I was looking down the other way, down the T-junction.
Okay, so Kirik, we will say, as you step forward and there is a slight clink in your armour, the growling stops and you hear this sudden movement, and this rather large, weasel-like head pops out from behind one of the pillars in this room, and it is big. Let me just bring up my details so I can give you a proper description of this creature. So this creature is the size of a brown bear, but very much looks like a weasel. And as you look, you can see the jaws and teeth look very powerful. The teeth themselves look like they are built for shearing skin off bone.
Dire weasel.
You also notice that there is a chain around its neck.
Oh, interesting.
Make me a perception check again, please.
Natural 1.
Good to know. Thank you very much. So,
That is a total of 6.
fantastic. So what are we doing?
I'm probably going to call back to the guys and say, there is something here which I don't really know what it is.
Calling out loud, you say?
Probably talking to Dargon more than anything. Knowing that he's fairly close by.
Okay, so relatively quiet, we will say for now then.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I'm going to move in like slightly more so that I can get a good view of the room on its own.
Okay.
I'll turn
So
back
as
to
you
Ander
view-
and say, you see someone in the room.
Okay, as you look into this room, you see this rather large weasel-looking creature poke its head round, and then another pokes its head round another pillar. What you also notice is up by the forge, with its back to you, there seems to be a Duragar with a lance across its back, dipping something into the forge, taking it out on the side of the forge, and then with a small hammer just sort of tink, 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 looking at it, and then in a bucket of water next to him just quenching it. And that noise seems to be enough to distract him for now.
Well, seeing that, I'm going to back out.
Back,
You do notice
back
as you back out that the two creatures do make a move towards, and then you hear the rattling of chains. And in true
I'll go.
Metal Gear Solid style from the Dargon, you then just hear this.
What was that?
I find a card box and I jump under it. Oh man, that's a reference. Yeah,
Let's all reminisce about that for a minute.
yeah, I'll move back towards the guys, kind of seeing that, and I will turn to them and say, "There's two big weasels ahead, and there is a Durgar. Seems to be some sort of blacksmith."
At the mention of weasels, Gindrith chimes up. Weasels? What do you mean, large weasels?
Well, they look like bears, but with weasel heads. It's very bizarre.
I can just remind myself of Hot Fuzz like describing a swan. Well, it's a swan.
Gindrith's demeanour changes slightly. There is a pretty much an angry look that flashes across his face.
Interesting.
I do not like the sound of this. We should go in there and we should destroy them.
Be my guest.
Why do you not like the sound of that? Do you know these creatures?
If they are what I think you are describing, then they are no friend to us.
What am I describing?
Well, I suppose I should probably find out for ourselves, and if my suspicions are true, then we'd best be doing away with them.
Just before we move in, Ando,
Yeah.
Kirik, was there anyone else in there?
Not that I saw. I only saw the two creatures and the Durgar blacksmith.
Ando, do you think you can concentrate your considerable talents on the Duragar?
You want me to seduce him?
Not that.
Sorry.
Your ranged capabilities, my boy.
Can everybody not talk in cryptic language, and can we talk black and white? I'm assuming you want me to shoot with
Can
an
you
arrow.
shoot the Duragar in the fucking head while I'm smacking these weasels over the head?
You've got yourself a deal. Yes.
So much for battle plan. Right. Kirik, after you, or would you like me to go first? I can, after all, throw my axe.
That is a very good question. Be my guest.
Guest. Be our guest. You do
I
not
will
want to get
be-
sued by Disney, dear. We do not have the
I
resources
will
for that.
I will be right behind you, Dargon.
I will pull out my blink hand axe and I will move to the end of the hallway, which I believe should put me 30 feet away from. Well, first of all, I'll probably do that so I can see them. This is a good start.
You say you do, you come around the corner, you sort of squeeze past Kirik, and you now see these two creatures just stood. They are very alert, they are snarling, and I was just about to ask that question. I'd like to bring up the Zim map. These two creatures are snarling, and as the party rounds the corner, Gindrith just mutters under his breath a word, and I need a perception check off everyone to see whether you hear this word or not.
Yes.
Bloody hope so. No, not with that
18.
one.
18?
Oh, ho, 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 23.
Beauty.
10.
10. So Dargon, Kirik, you just hear this. Ignumon.
Ignumon.
Does that sound like
And then
any
there is a
sort of spell?
the weasel's roar. There is a weird squeaky growl sound as these two creatures now see you, Dargon. And I suppose with that, let us roll some initiative.
Yeah!
Oh, early on today.
The fighter dice coming through with a natural 20.
But it said the fighter dies then.
that was cocked. Let's try that again. There we go.
So natural 20 for Kirik.
That is a 21 altogether for Kirik.
21.
19 for me.
19 for Andar. Dargon.
15.
15. And then... Remley also gets 15. Okay. So as we then start with this sort of weird squeaky growl, at that moment you then hear the Duragar say something in Dwarvish, to which Bothrid sort of listens in. Who knows we're here? Let's get to it.
What did Buffett get?
Bothrid got a 14, so Bothrid's the last out of your party of 4.
High initiatives, bloody hell.
Oh, we've done alright there.
14 is the last
There
one.
you
I was about to say, let's just take note that there was good initiative for a change.
Yeah.
So, the first creature, however, is going to run 5,
Oh,
Damn, not high enough.
10,
Damn, I was hoping I was going
20,
to get a
25,
throw to
30, 35, and looks like it's about to run further, but it's yanked back slightly as the chain goes taut. Within 10 feet, it is going to try and launch its head towards you, Dargon, to try and bite you. That's cocked. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
That'll about do it.
Yes, I knew I prepared this. Here we go. So you are going to take 13 points of piercing damage, and you are now grappled.
Spiffing.
wow.
Okay.
So that is going to be its go, because it can no longer do anything else with you in its mouth. Kirik, over to you. So I'm also going to move Dargon up to there.
Danny. I am going to, seeing this, I'm going to just. Oh, actually, hang on. Check something. It's 5, 20. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself to start with.
Sanctuary!
As you guys just see a raven kind of wing go in front of me. And then I'm going to take the dash action to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I squeeze through the creature?
Yes.
30. Cool. 40. No, wait. I've lost count. 5, 10,
you
15,
on 30
20.
just before. So you're
30 here.
there.
35, 40, 45, 50.
Okay, so as you move there, both of the weasel-like creatures are going to get attacks of opportunity. So the one that's currently got Dargon in its powerful jaws just lifts up a paw, and that's going to be a 26 to hit.
Needs to make a wisdom saving throw first.
It does need to make a wisdom saving throw first, so let's see if
Have some of that.
So that is
Weasley
going to be
bastards.
a... what is that? That is a 16 plus stuff. That is a 22.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah, that makes it. That makes it.
That one is
Plus
going
six
to
to
be,
wisdom
and that is
saves.
going to be 6 points of slashing damage to you. The second one,
Cool.
wisdom saving throw, is going to fail for a 10. Sorry.
Fails.
Okay.
Oh, actually, after taking the first damage, I need to do a concentration check. So, which is fine. So the second one fails anyway because Sanctuary is still up. And that is...
Sorry, I was just going to say Sentinel on the fact that whatever it is, got him. If I can do that.
You're restrained, so I don't think you can use that.
Plus, I think you were hit. You were hit further than 5 feet away from me, weren't you?
Yeah.
No, it's when a creature within
Yeah.
5 feet of me hit me, so I can still hit him.
He's only grappled, as far as I'm aware.
Grappled and restrained.
And restrained. Ah,
Ah, you
so,
fucked.
So the
You
target
fucked.
is grappled. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained.
that's different.
I think he can still attack. He only gets
Yeah,
disadvantage on
I
attack.
just get disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can use that if you don't mind. And I
So
said I had the
remember
hand
you've
axe
got your
out.
hand axe.
Yeah, I did say I had my hand axe out. So let's find out what we're hit with. Disadvantage 21.
That was with disadvantage.
Yeah, 16 and 11 plus 10.
Yeah, that'll hit.
16 out of that. Yeah.
Nice.
So ha. That's one of them.
21 hits.
11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage. I just need to check something.
Roll what you like. Oh boy.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, I don't know what to do now.
11
Yeah,
points of
I
slashing
mean,
damage.
I took the reactions out, but whatever.
I mean, I was going to
Don't really know
shoot
what-
the Dargon in the throat so he couldn't tell anyone we're here, but he already knows we're here. I can't see
Can
it.
Can I see the rest of the room as I arrive here?
Yes, you can. So I'm going to do this much quicker using the fog tool. And we're just going to go bing. There you go.
Ah, a dead end. Great. Cool. Being in this position, I still have 10 feet of movement left. I am actually going to move 5 feet there. Yeah. And I'm going to stay kind of back to the pillar, shield out, and just waiting because I've used my action, my bonus action. So that is it.
Cool. The second weasel-like creature is going to get 5'10" over to there. And is going to then attempt to fight you. First needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Is a 10. I'm going to fail with the first bite attack. And try again with the second. Fails the wisdom saving throw for that, and is then going to try and claw you. That wisdom saving throw, however, is a 21.
Bloody hell.
That hits.
So that's save on the wisdom, basically.
Oh, that's save on the wisdom, yeah.
Is it going to hit you? Which, the 15, I don't think it's going to do it.
It is not.
So it fails all of it, but is still...
And as it does that, I will use the reaction from my shield to deal some necrotic damage to start with. Hold up. Do I? I do not. I won't use that because that'll break my sanctuary.
Well, indeed. Mr. Hornraven.
Right. Can I see? Right. So if I move to here, I will then cast slow on both of the weasels, please. So that's a Wisdom 15 saving throw, which I've not got a lot of confidence about.
Oh, it was a natural 1 and a 3 on the die, so they're both.
Yeah.
That'd be a natural 1 and a 9 in total.
Fucking slow, man.
So that's -2 to your AC, -2 to your Dex saving throws. You can't use reactions, and you can do one action or a bonus action, not both. But you do get to make your save after every turn. And then,
Okay.
as a bonus action, I will give Bardic Inspiration to Dargon, so hopefully you can use it to get out of the grapple.
In what form?
So it's a
does your Bardic
D8 for the
Inspiration
next
take?
10 minutes, my friend. Which will come to you in the form of a bird song, whistled from my good mouth.
Good stuff. End of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. The Duragar is then, having turned and seen this going on, just says something in this strange dialect of Dwarvish and then spits on the floor, pulls down the lance that it has on its back.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to go to there. And you notice as it pulls this lance down, it just ignites with flame. Wisdom saving throw first. I think that's going to fail. Yep, that is going to fail. So it doesn't even get to attack, just sort of steps forward and goes to hit, and just as it sort of strikes in, just ting, catches against that raven wing-like shield that is around you. Dargon. You are currently grappled and restrained.
Yeah, and pissed that this is not going well. Not
like
going
to
to
escape?
plan at all. Can I see the other weasel?
From where you are, because you're currently held in this weasel's mouth, you not really. There's a wall in the way.
Bollocks. Can you see any other... There's no other enemy because the other Duragar is also behind that as well then, yeah?
Yeah. So all you can really see is the body of this giant bear-like weasel.
Brilliant. I will. I will. I don't want to waste my action with getting out of a grapple. So I'm just going to attack it twice with the blink hand axe.
Okay.
So disadvantage for the first one. It's a 16 to hit.
Will just hit.
Oh, that was lucky. That is 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points of slashing damage against a...
And I will also I'll do it again.
Okay.
Oh wow, 2 2s, so 12. That misses, I assume.
No, that's definitely not going to hit.
Even with a -2.
Okay.
Just out of interest, I'm sure I used my action surge last episode.
You did.
You did.
I did, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
You definitely did.
I know I did. I was like, why is that not ticked? Anyway, moving on. That's it.
So Matt, does it still hit even with a? Does it still miss even with a -2 to the AC of the Weasel Bear? Weasel.
You said that was a 12, yeah?
Yeah, it was a 12, yeah. And I'll use my bonus action to for second wind.
Okay. You have got Bardic Inspiration as well, don't forget.
Yes. When could I have used that?
An attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, or a spell.
Can I add it after the fact?
I'm going to say no for now, just to keep things going, but...
Carry on. I will use my second wind.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's me go.
So you're claiming some health back, all sorted.
Yep.
Okay, at this point it is Remley's go, and Remley, you just hear him running forward. And he actually shouts something in Dwarvish as well. It sounds like some sort of battle cry. 15. He's only going to get to about 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he's only going to get to there. That's about all he can do for now. Not being able to get past Ander. And then it's Bothrid. Where is my main man? King Bothrid, here we go. So Bothrid is going to just sort of, we'll say he just squeezes past Gindris. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to get to there. And he's just going to shout, Under, move! And then we're around to the top. So creature A now is going to step over to here. And with Dargon in its mouth is then going... In fact, no, we'll leave that there. We'll move Dargon over there for now. Is then going to reach its head forward. In fact, no, it's not. It's just going to try and swipe at you, Ander, with a claw. Because it can only use one attack, and its mouth is full. 26 to hit. Liking 16s on the die today, apparently.
Yeah.
You are going to take... 10 points of slashing damage as this claw just whips out and across you.
Uncanny dodge to make it 5.
Oh, okay. And then Kirik.
Ooh. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move out of the way of these 2 individuals.
Okay, so B can't take a reaction, but the Dargon can. So he's going to try and stab at you with the lance again. Wisdom saving throw. Gonna miss.
Cool. I was kind of hoping he was going to hit.
Sanctuary is a spell.
Sanctuary is a spell, yes. And it's not concentration, so I rolled a concentration check for no reason.
That's fine. Just double checking, doesn't matter anyway.
Cool. Damn it. Can't get hit by those things. Sorry. I'm going to move in, or move back in. There, so I was there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. People seem to be okay, so I'm actually going to... I'm going to reach out to the creature in front of me, and you will see some necrotic energy forming, and as I try to touch the creature to get some energy back from it, I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to do that at fourth level. That is a 20 to hit.
That is going to hit. What you notice as you place your hand on the fur of this creature is it seems to be encased in a very thick mud.
Okay. Weird. That is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of necrotic damage. And I am going to get 5 back.
Nice.
There's my
Anything else in your
action. I'm just double checking if there's anything else I can do. As a bonus action, I don't think there is. So that is going to be my turn.
Okay. And B is going to try and bite at you. Wisdom saving throw first. I think I'm going to put that box.
Sanctuary is not up anymore because I cast a spell.
Is it not up? Oh, of course you did. In which case, it's going to bite you. So, let's see if it hits. 13?
I'm going to use the reaction for my shield. Now I am
Okay.
going to do that. And so it is going to deal... let's use those. 5 points of 11 points of necrotic damage. And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
damage. Wisdom saving throw. The natural 1.
It is frightened of me.
It is frightened of you. Okay.
Next minute.
So as you sort of then place your shield out in front of you and catch the claw the bite and just sort of smack the face away, the glowing or the ruby red eyes of the raven's head on the shield glow, and it's almost like this shadowy form of a raven just pushes out from the shield, and you can see
Nice.
the fur and the nose and the eyes sort of go grey and fade for a minute, and then there is just the pupils go wide. And this weasel-like creature just sort of bows its head down slightly. It's not a happy bunny. Then we are over to... In fact, it, being frightened, is going to move away from you. So, it's going to move... It can only move half its movement speed, can't it?
Right.
No, it can move. It can move. Oh, it's slow, yeah.
Yeah,
Slowed. Do they repeat that saving throw at the end of their turn?
they do.
Alright, well we need to do that for A. That's going to fail anyway, we'll do it for B in just a second. So 5, 10, it's going to cower back to there. That's the end of its turn. What was the save?
15.
That is a wisdom saving throw of 22.
Yeah, that's okay now then.
That one is fine.
So no longer slowed. And we'll put yellow for frightened actually. Yellow belly, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Cool. Ander, over to you.
Thinking
Huge
that
creature with a Dargon in its mouth is just sort of...
we're kind of trapped in single file with this creature in the way, so I need it to get out of the way. So I will cast... I've only got first level spell slots left. Dissonant Whispers,
Nice.
which is again
Nice.
another wisdom saving throw. 15. Bastard. Okay, so you take half as much damage and you don't have to move, so that was a failed attempt. So, you still take a little bit of damage, which is, you know, every little helps. So, 7 damage for you.
7 points of
7
damage.
psychic damage. And
Okay.
that's really shafted that for me now. No. But they did ask me to move out of the way, so I will go there.
Okay, cool.
Did not go to plan.
Duragar. The Duragar is going to just turn, look at you, Kirik, and point its lance at you as this 15-foot cone of fire in a 30-foot line just roars out. It's not going to catch anybody else, I don't believe. Let's work this out.
Uh-oh.
Should be spit out, fucking hell.
30.
He's not a blacksmith, is he? He's a badass.
This is actually going to catch Dargon and A as well, because the flames lick around the corner. Just working that out.
Blimey.
So, I need dexterity. No, sorry. Why does that say a 15-foot cone of fire? Ah, right, sorry. Ignore me. It is going to be a 15-foot cone of fire when I read what's actually on the character sheet there. So that is only going to catch you, Kirik. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Natural 20.
Nice.
That's the fighter dice, man.
Whee!
It's going along.
Going to take
Is it just got 20
6 points of fire damage.
Sorry, how much was that, Danny? How much was that, man?
6 points. 6 points of fire damage as this flame just from this lance
6
towards
points
you.
Concentration check. Yeah, makes it 15.
Cool.
Still concentrating.
Duragar is then going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Cool. Dargon, held within the jaws of this giant bear-like weasel.
Can I now see the Duragar?
I will say at this point you can sort of crane your head around and you do see the Duragar, yes.
Can I throw the hand axe at the Duragar, please?
You can certainly try.
I'll use my bonus action, feinting attack, making it look like I'm going to throw it at the thing, the creature that's got me, but in fact I'm actually going to then lob it at the Duragar X, therefore using feinting attack, giving me advantage, whatever it is, negating the disadvantage, meaning a singular roll. So it's a 27 to hit.
Level shit.
Yeah, that might just hit.
Thank God for the grog dice.
You go to and then just...
So that will mean that I also add a d8 to this damage. And that is the d6. There we go. So that is... I properly fucked this idea up, by the way. I just realised. Well done, me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's good fun. 19 points of slashing damage.
19 points of slashing damage as this hand axe just careens off into the Duragar.
Those of you astutely aware of the fact that I just used my bonus action and I was going to use my bonus action to use Misty Step, and I fucking forgot. Like a douche. Anyway, I've hit him. That was good fun.
Indeed. And you have at least... it looks like you've taken out maybe at least 1 or 2 ribs. And literally the hand axe is embedded into this plate armour that the Duragar wears now.
Okay, so if I recall... Actually, I don't recall really. I really struggle with this. Is it now bonus action to take another weapon out?
It would be, yes.
Fine, I will punch. Because I can't take one out. So yeah, I will punch the creature that's currently got me.
When all else fails.
Yeah, all else fails, hit it with a fucking hell 26.
You can't go on with the thumb to the eye, mate. Just poke it in the fucking eye.
That's
It's
exactly
at
what I just...
disadvantage as well.
That was not a disadvantage. Roll again. 23 to hit.
Yep, that'll still hit.
So that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage as I presumably punch it in the eye.
Do you just sort of lean up? Boom! Take that, you bastard. And all you hear is Remley down the corridor as you throw the axe towards the Duragar shout, "Take that, you cloudy-eyed fucker!"
Yeah, what he said.
Is that a racial slur?
Well, it is now for Duragar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cloudy eyes.
My action economy there really fucked me over because I'm a dingleberry. So that's my go.
Battlemaster my ass.
Yeah. Dargon maybe, but Dave is
Remley.
fucking not.
Remley with sword and shield out is going to run forward 5, 10, 15, gets out of the way, 20 there, and is then going to strike at a 3 times. Hits with the first. Definitely hits with the second. Misses with the third. So there's going to be 13. 24 points of slashing damage initially. And of course, he is going to throw as a bonus action. What have we got? Am I thinking of the wrong one? Yes, I am. Ignore me. That's fine. We're going to say at this point... No, we're going to leave that. We're cool. We're good. We're going to leave that at that. Good stuff. So that is Remley, and then Bothrid is sort of, you just hear a sort of muttered, "Finally," as he takes out the double-bladed quarterstaff, goes into a rage, roars, 5, 10, 15, up to there. So let me just check. Yeah, reckless attack. Here we go. Double-bladed quarterstaff. Advantage. 17 will just hit. Second
Nice.
attack with advantage is also going to hit. So that is going to be 10 plus 11, so 21 points of slashing damage. And this creature is most definitely bloody at this point. Not looking good. Cool. That will be Bothrid's go, having run up and just roared with rage as his eyes, his pupils sort of bleed down to pinpricks, just sort of that wild whites of the eyes, sort of frothing at the mouth, and just runs in, cuts up. Gindris is going to move forward to about there, and you can just hear him shout, "Yes! Kill the vile beasts!" And then it's going to be
Thanks for coming.
Creature A's turn. It's got a choice now. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Dwarf by its toe. If it holds, let it go.
Yeah, loads of choice there.
Okay, it's going to... Yeah. So, Ander. Coming at you
Oh boy.
with a claw attack.
Sentinel.
Which does...
Oh, it just means I attack as you attack, so it's alright, you carry on.
Okay, that's going to be a 16 to hit.
Bang on my armor class.
Okay, you are going to take 10 points of slashing damage.
I will uncanny dodge that again to make it 5.
This is a new round, so you can certainly do that.
You also need a concentration check for slow.
Mm-hmm.
Cock and balls. Okay. I'll roll 2 then. And is it just a straight Constitution roll, isn't it? Or does it match the same
Constitution
number?
saving throw.
It's a con save.
18
Con save.
for the first one,
Yeah, I think you're fine.
and 17 for the second one.
All good.
Nice.
So, thanks, Kirik.
I think it's half the damage or 10, whichever is lower.
Whichever's highest.
Whichever's highest.
Highest, sorry. And it was. That's
So I
fine.
have to beat 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually fine.
Cool. So, Sentinel?
Yes, that's a disadvantage attack. Which misses. So
Oh dear.
I rolled a
Can't punch in
2.
the face.
Yeah, so what is that, 11?
Yeah, not gonna work. Kirik, over to you. Now with this creature
knowing that that creature-
cowering away from you.
Yeah, and knowing that that creature can't get any closer to me, I'm just going to move down here, and I'm going to use my action to reach out towards the Durgar and attack with my still concentrating vampiric touch. Oh, that might miss. It's an 18.
It was exactly the number you needed.
Ooh, dear. That was close. Oh, that's a good roll as well. 10, 14, 18 points of necrotic damage, and I'm going to get 9 back.
So as you place your glowing black, sort of, or black glowing hand, almost like Darksaber-esque hand, onto the Duragar, you just see the skin begin to wisp away from beneath the plate armor as that Thanos snap like dust. Just, and the lance drops to the floor. A jug falls to the floor, and the plate armor all falls to the floor as well. On this pile of ash, as Duragar X is gone.
Oh shit. Damn.
Interesting. I was not expecting that. You said the lance falls to the floor and the jug falls to the floor. Is that what you said? And plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I will then
Plate
stay
mail
put.
armor, I should say.
Cool. I'm going to stay put where I am. Actually,
Yeah,
no.
but
I'll
you
use a
can't do a
bonus
lot from
action to. Sorry, I'm going to use a bonus action just to recover second level spell slot
No worries, still.
with my
Beat can't do a lot, 'cause
last.
Currently frightened of Kirik.
Yep.
Is that your last availability to do that? So yeah, B's going to do bugger all because it's just frightened of Kirik and can't get to anywhere else. Ander.
I am in pretty close range, and I haven't took a weapon out yet. I will. Hang on there. I will use a bonus action of unsettling words on the weasel thing. And then
That's
if I cast Dissonant Whisper, he has to subtract that 1d8 from the save then, doesn't he?
If you can do both at in the same turn, yeah.
Because we talked about this on Not Magic More. I don't have to do the bonus action at the end. I could do the bonus action first, so then he has to...
do bonus action whenever you want.
Yes, you can indeed.
Yeah. So, if I do Unsettling Words on him, please.
Which is one of your bardic abilities, isn't it? So that's fine.
Alright. He uses a Bardic Inspiration die, which I've got 1 left. And then, if I cast Dissonant Whisper again, you've got to make a Wisdom saving throw, but you've got to detract a 1d8 from it.
Subtract a d8.
Whoa! Who's the
Okay.
Battlemaster now?
Yeah.
Roll me a
Definitely taken
d8 for
over
me.
Oh, come on, d8.
It's your spell.
Oh, it's 2.
That is going to be a 12 total.
Yeah, you fail, motherfucker! Which means 3d6 psychic damage coming at you, which is 10, and you have to get as far away from me as possible.
So it takes Dargon 5, 10, 15,
Dargon's fine.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Kirik, you do notice as it runs past you, you have to sort of jump over the chain as it stretches. And Dargon is dragged back.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm concentrating on Vampiric Touch, can I do that attack as a attack of opportunity?
Oh, fucking hell. That's a question.
To be a melee attack.
It's a melee spell attack, but it is a melee attack. I'll leave that up to you. I literally just thought of that.
I think... Yeah, because obviously the rules are in order to cast a spell as an opportunity attack you must have Warcaster, but technically you've already got the spell cast and you just want to attack with it.
Yeah.
I will allow that,
Cool.
mainly because it sounds cool.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'm going to do it. Oh, that went on top of the dice. That's cool. 19 to hit.
19 is absolutely going to hit.
And that's going to be 12 points of necrotic damage. I'm going to gain 6, but I'm already on full health. So.
Okay.
And then as my movement, I'll just
It
go there.
is. Awesome. So blood is definitely pouring from this creature now, with the various wounds, and it's almost as you touch it with Vampiric Touch, the wounds almost widen and begin to pour more blood, just as the skin begins to recede around those wounds. And the creature itself looks older. Looks like you have literally sapped life force from it and sapped years off its life. Anything else on your turn, Andy, or is that it?
That is it. Thank you very much.
Cool, we're just going to do some map tidying up because you all have sort of been in various locations now, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to do that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Because you will have expanded the map out at this point.
It wasn't a dead end.
Why did that not work? Don't be a pain in my arse. There we go. Cool. With that, it is then Dargon's go.
Okay. Bonus action, take out Timiel's Wrath.
Yes. Glow.
And I will attack the one that's got me, saying, "You weren't supposed to fucking see me!" And that is 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of that is. Sorry, that I apologise. I should have said that earlier, but it is fairly standard because I wasn't holding anything else. Double two-handed. So that is 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll hit
You
again.
just sort of launch up and stab it in the side of the face and bring it back.
That's 23 to hit.
With disadvantage.
Yes. 11 and a 12 on the die. That's another 12 points of slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Hey!
Yay!
Yeah, if I'm like grappled in its jaws or something, then I kind of want to just swing it up so that the blade's pointed down and just straight through the skull, sort of next to me, and just cripple it.
Yeah, so I'll say you sort of have to kind of do it a little bit one-handed to begin with, as you sort of drag it round and stab him, and then you smack your other hand on the top and just drive it further into the skull using your Goliath strength, and you can just feel the creature shudder as you strike what can only be presumed as grey matter and sort of twist the blade a little bit, and it slumps down. The jaws do press on you a little bit, but then the strength is gone and you sort of are able to free yourself. So half your movement to obviously get out and stand up.
Yeah.
That's not the lyrics of that song at all, but
So then I will move. If I've used half my movement, 5, 10. And I've used both attacks, so I will just stand there and try and essentially corner it between that pillar and the wall. And be like, what's wrong?
It's going to be you now.
Yeah, fuck it.
And Remley's gonna run up, and as he runs up, don't kill all the bastards. And, that's all Remley can do. And then Bothrid, in his rage, what's Bothrid got? Bothrid's got a stupid amount of movement speed yet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. There we go. Reckless. First attack coming in. Misses.
Hello. With
Second
reckless
attack.
as well. Wow.
With Reckless.
You need to change them dice.
Rolled a 2 and a 1 on the die. 28 that time. That one's going to hit.
Better.
So that's going to be 10 points of slashing damage initially to B, and then bonus action to do the quick stab because he is wielding the double-bladed quarterstaff. Still at advantage. Just hits. That should be an extra D4. Let's just double check that. So that will be 9. I need to add rage damage onto all of that. So that will be 11. That'll be 13 for 2 on the other one. That's cool. Cool. Creature's still not bloodied, but opened up a number of wounds there. As it is then Kirik's turn.
I shall move up 5, 10, 15, 20, and I will use my Vampiric Touch on it. That is
How was
an
away
18.
from you?
Yes, an
18
18
is a
away.
magic number.
Do I roll with advantage? No, I don't. That is 13 points of necrotic damage. And that is going to be my turn.
Excellent.
Because my health is full.
Then B is frightened of you, but is still going to try and bite out at Bothrid first. This will be at disadvantage. But
Correct.
because Bothrid used Reckless, that will negate
Yes,
it.
yes.
That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Nice.
So there's going to be 4, 5, what's that? 10, 12 points of piercing damage reduced to 6. Bothrid's finally taken some damage. And Bothrid is now restrained, so we need to drop that off Dargon, and we'll put that on Bothrid, grappled and restrained.
Can I Sentinel B as well, please? So attack of Opacharnatoon.
Wait a second, because it is going to claw at you, but with disadvantage. That is disappointing, because that was a natural 20. However, still a 23 to hit.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're going to take 14 points of slashing damage. As this claw just across you.
Cool.
Now you may Sentinel.
I mean, I can only sentinel when it hits someone else other than me, but yeah.
It's fine. I just wanted to get that turn out of the way before we...
Yep.
Should have moved in this
17 to hit.
as well. Not going to hit.
Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
Yay! What's that, D8?
Yeah, that D8. And it is a 3 to that. 20.
That will hit. Did you roll that twice?
No. I was picking it up. It was the Bardic one. So that was... Hey! What's that? What is that? Oh, 18 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
18 points of slashing damage, and with that, this creature is finally bloodied. Okay, Ander.
I will have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll go there, and I will then shoot him with my bow and arrow, but I will use bonus action for steady aim. Oh no, I can't, I've moved. Scrap that, I'll just have to shoot him with my arrow. But that is a 28 to hit. With
Gonna hit.
14 piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
With then another 14 sneak attack damage.
It is engaged.
And then,
this arrow
don't
just
forget about the D4, everyone.
almost catches it just below the ear.
D4.
Extra one.
Don't forget the D4. Good stuff. So the arrow just flies in between Dargon and Kirik, and you can feel the wind just sort of rush past your hair as this arrow then just blossoms out from just below the ear of this like bear-like weasel creature, as it lets out some sort of whimpering, wince-like sound. Dargon.
Finish off, Dargon.
2 attacks, please.
Finish him.
Finish him.
Vile beast, scum.
19 to hit, yeah.
19 will hit.
Do battle bards have the Mortal Kombat music?
That is 17 points of slashing damage.
17 points slashing damage. As you sort of swing Dawnbringer around and slice up one of the front paws, and it drops it and sort of lifts it up slightly. You've definitely injured that leg.
So I've already rolled it and I can't do math. 21 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 13 points of slashing damage.
And how do you want to kill this creature?
Yay!
Yes.
As it's had its leg sort of lift up, I want to sort of carve up from the shoulder up through the head, just a big slice along the side, and then just jab it in the side, sort of shoot through the neck and the shoulder sideways.
And as we're doing Mortal
So you do
Kombat, we've
sort
got to
of
have the X-ray vision of that,
stab
so
it
you
in.
see it go up through the inside. Like the X-ray
Absolutely.
finisher.
You do stab your blade through the side, and as you sort of rip the sword back out, the still beating heart of this creature just... And the creature is dead, and we are out of combat. And Gindris sort of steps up to you, Dargon. I'll take that if you don't mind.
What?
The heart. I will take it if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. I'll just slide it off Timur's wrath and just lob it towards him.
And you see
What do
Gindris
you
just
want that
hold
for?
it in his hands, quite sizable. And Gindris just squeezes and squeezes and squeezes and just shakes his hands. Walks over to the water trough where the Duragar was quenching whatever he was making, just rinses his hands and spits over to where the other corpse is. Foul beasts. We are well rid of them.
I think there's a story there you're not telling.
They are known on these mountains for, well, horrific crimes against my kind and my people. I am glad they are dead. There is a saying amongst my kind, never leave an Ichneumon alive. We have done well. Well, you have done well. Great victory.
What did you say they were called? What were they?
Ichneumon.
Ichneumon?
Ichneumon, yes.
Wow.
They are predators. But they are very, very clever. And very stealthy. They're also very agile.
Well, they're usually pets for these Durigar. They seem to have been chained up.
No. Indeed. They are usually wild creatures that hide in burrows and caves. I suspect they came into this mine for, well, it's a giant burrow really, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. So,
Still.
you say these are intelligent
That is
creatures?
good. Well, they have a level of intelligence, yes. They are, well, more wise than intelligent.
So
Very
what?
hardy, very strong.
How do they get caught up with the Durigar then?
Maybe they're being
Well,
controlled
I
the same as the
suspect-
Duragar are.
I suspect they saw me, and that was the reason they attacked.
You were a long way off. I was kind of hoping to get the jump on them. Are you saying that's why they, why I didn't get to have at it?
They are very, very keen hunters. Keen hearing, keen smell. It is not the first time I've come across their kind.
Righto. So, same as the Durigar. We're apparently here to slaughter everything, is yeah?
If
How
we see
wonderful.
any more of these vile beasts, yes, kill them. As
How
for whatever
wonderful.
else exists in these mines, well, if it is the Duragar, I assume your choice is to kill them. If it is their overlords, I assume likewise. As for anything else, I leave that decision up to you. And to Remley, of course.
Delightful. Right. Bloodbath it is. Lovely. What the fuck is this room?
It's like an old
so it's
forge of sorts.
That would have been my guess as well.
Gindrith sort of picks
I'm gonna-
up what looks like one of the Duragar war picks. Well, interesting. Chucks it down.
I'm gonna grab the lance and the jug.
Okay. As you pick the lance up, make me an Arcana check, please.
I shall indeed. Natural one.
Oh.
Okay. Good to know. You have a lance in your hand.
I will say to the group, probably a good thing to check when we have the time. And I will place it inside my handy haversack. And I will look inside the jug, see if there's anything in there.
Okay, so as you lift the jug up, it's actually got multiple stoppers in the side. It's sort of this ceramic jug. Somehow didn't break. Simar's face. And as you sort of roll it around, feels like there's about a gallon's worth of liquid in here. You unstopper it and look in.
Samao know what it is.
Simao definitely knows what this is. It's the best item in the game.
As you unstopper it, you sniff. It smells like mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise?
Fucking hell.
Interesting. I will also place that on the haversack and to study later. That seems like an interesting artifact. Yeah. And the armor you said looks like plate armor? Chain?
It's plate mail armor.
Plate mail. I'll grab it as well. You know, give me something for later.
Can
I'll
I...
put the actual item. And then...
So was he making weapons?
Yeah, it looks like from what you can see there are just these. There's just a line of these pickaxe-like. They're bigger than the usual sort of pickaxe. You would recognise them actually, having seen various creatures on your journeys. You'd recognise them as war picks. So they are sort of the go-to weapon. You've already seen them in use by the Duragar as well, but you know that they are used by mining sorts. Dargon, you would definitely have recognised these from your time in the mountains and come across dwarves the like before who have used similar tools.
I was hoping there'd be some arrows, but there was not.
Nope. You're in and out.
I've got 18 left. So I might have to whittle some out some Duragar bones.
So where do we think we might head to next?
Oh, choices.
Just on that armour, you can assume it's just plate armour, even though it says plate mail on the character sheet. Just assume it's
Roger
plate,
that.
because I don't think plate mail armour actually exists.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, cool. Plate armor, right. What's awesome? I think.
Well, now you've killed all the bastards. Shall we be moving on?
I think so. I think we can. Well, we can check that. There seems to be a small-ish room to the left. Perhaps we can go in there.
One over here.
Yeah,
Follows you.
I kind of missed those ways in as I was being dragged by a fucking bear. But yeah, let's go have a look.
That would be a giant weasel, I think.
Semantics. You weren't in its jaws.
Nor would I wish to be. So as you sort of enter this little room, it seems to be empty. Just a side room. Make me an investigation check, please, as you go in there.
Okay. Investigation. 11.
Again, you can see what looks like scrape marks on the floor. Whatever was in this room has long been removed.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything in here, so we press on. Anything you can see there, Gindris?
Sorry, there's some spider webs and all these weapons. Shall we put out the forge, or do you think we should leave it?
Putting it out might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I vote put it out.
Splendid. And he just reaches a hand and places it on the forge, and the forge just turns to ice.
Neat trick.
That's a cool trick.
I have my uses every now and again.
Did you just say that's a cool trick?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I respect that. I respect
Well
that.
done, my
All of our
band
viewers
of
dropped to 0.
fine adventurers.
Fellows,
Yes.
how much further were you going in here? Because
You want to stop for a bit, don't you?
fuck
You want
yeah.
a short rest, don't you?
It's.
I
I'm
mean-
not going to lie. It's quite a defensible place as well.
This, yeah, I was going to say, this looks like quite a nice place to take a rest in. So
As we just found out, get enough of the right things to the right places, and you can basically barricade this bloody place off. So
Did we look at the right-hand corridor?
Nope.
oh yeah,
not
I
yet.
don't think.
So
you can have a
maybe
look,
we need
Ander,
to-
but I'm saying that it's always a good idea to have a look. But
Yeah,
let's
if
not
we're
go
gonna-
on too much further. Yeah.
If we're going to make a defensible position here, I just want to check. It's not a weak point.
Quite right.
I'll have a little butcher's down this corridor then, please, Mr. DM.
Okay, as you come around the corner, you find another small little alcove.
No, where it stops on the map, is that where it's... Okay, dead end.
Yes.
Nothing in there I can see then. Is it lit, by the way? Because I think my dark vision, has it run out yet?
It lasts for 8 hours. You should be fine for now.
Okay. Nothing down there.
Make me a perception check, please.
Happily. Get in. 27.
27. It looks like there is something shiny on the end
Oh.
wall.
He's reeled me in there, isn't he? Fucking hell. Here we go. So I will...
Dargon's not even
Do I-
there to prank you.
With that amazing perception, do I notice any potential booby traps?
Baby.
For traps, I will need you to make me an investigation check, please.
Right. Oh. Technically, I don't get advantage unless I'm looking at some point blank, so if I'm just looking into the room, I'll roll it normally. I got 23 though. Still happy with that.
23. As you peer ahead below where the shiny object is, there looks like there is a pressure plate on the floor.
If only I still had Mage Hand. But there's right, if there's only one pressure plate, I can just avoid pressure plate. But I can't determine what the shiny object is from here.
No.
So I
Pressure
will.
plate, by the way,
Yes.
just to illustrate that, since you've found it, is here.
So I will move here to see if I can see what the shiny is.
Ooh, shiny.
Okay. So as you step a bit closer and now peer in, you can move into that square fully, that's fine. As you now peer in even closer, it looks like there is some form of either gemstone or shiny rock. It's still very difficult for you to work out because it's not massive, but it is in the wall.
This would be a gross overuse of my potion of flying, wouldn't it? If I was to use it just to get a gem.
And it'd probably be everything Ander would do, but
It's your potion of flying.
Nah, that is a. I kind of want to though. No. Let's just have a think. No, let's have a little think to myself. Because I want the shiny, Matt. I want the shiny. What does old self allow me to do? It doesn't allow me to become weightless, though, does it? I will take a piece of obsidian that I stole a minute ago. Well, or however long ago it was. Place it on the pressure plate and get ready to use evasion like a motherfucker and dodge whatever's better.
Okay. As you place one of these basically ingots of obsidian down, these bars of obsidian down, the pressure plate just slowly. It takes a couple of seconds. Then you hear what sounds like a gurgling sound. And then holes on the sides around you open up. And what looks like water just begins to flow out, begins to flood this room.
Oh, didn't expect that.
And with that knowledge, as the water is now filling up with room, we're going to take a short break. As the room is still filling up with water, rather.
Before water flows out of us.
Hey!
Hey! So, we are back. As I've just said in the chats, please don't miss out on that chance for an NPC contest or to create the NPC. I know I'm banging on about it quite enough. I just really want to hit that 50. I really want to give you guys the chance to really sort of get involved even further than you already are. So, yeah, the more you can spread the word about us, it's much appreciated. We are obviously doing that ourselves, but any help is appreciated to help us grow this little community we've got and turning it into an awesome, massive community. Any ideas you guys have got as well that you think may help us, feel free to drop them in the chat or just let us know. We're always welcome to feedback. However, back into the game, having just activated a pressure plate, and now water is beginning to fill this little cavern, which you notice is on a slight slope. And it's probably at this point up to about your shins.
I will pick up the obsidian and put it back in the bag in a panic, thinking that might help. Taking it off the pressure plate.
As the pressure plate comes back up, the vents stay open, the water continues to pour out.
Guys, I did a thing.
I will move in.
You've probably got about 5 minutes before this particular cavern, corridor, whatever you want to call it, is potentially full to the point where you need to swim.
Alright, do we see water gushing out of there and into where we're standing then?
It's getting to the point now, as Kirik steps around the corner, you step into water which is slowly rising up. It's probably about ankle deep for you, but where Ander is, it's probably around shin to knee deep now.
What was in here?
There was a shiny thing, and I wanted it.
Well, grab it and get out of there.
Okay, I'll try and grab it then. Kirik said I can have it.
I'm going to pick up my hand axe from the floor.
Go for it.
Say again?
I'm going to pick up my hand axe from the floor.
Mm-hmm. See, we'll say you've already wrenched that out of the creature anyway. So as you sort of wade and sort of half push the water away from you, the water level is just below where this stone is now, and you can see this, what looks like a red and blue stone. Gemstone of sorts. Embedded.
Is it not coming out?
It's embedded in the wall.
So it's pretty stuck.
Well, you've not tried to prise it out yet, have you?
Ripple. I'm gonna. Please.
Okay, what are you using to try and prise it out?
What do I have to hand? I have the... I've only got the Cooper's longsword, really. Is it above my edge here? Do I have to start holding my breath?
No, it's probably around tummy height now. And the stone
Tummy
itself
height.
is now under the water.
I will use some. I'll have something in my thieves' tools that might be able to prize it out. I'll have a bash with some.
Okay. Thieves' tools, I'm going to say make me a... Make me a strength-based sleight of hand check, please.
How the fuck am I going to do that?
So you would add your strength modifier, and because you are proficient in sleight of hand, you can add your proficiency bonus as well. So d20 plus your proficiency plus your strength modifier.
So it's a -1 for my strength, so it just needs to be +3 on it.
+4 for your proficiency, so +3. Yeah.
Yeah, so with a +3. I haven't got anything with a +3, so I'll just roll the 20. 3. You didn't want to let me have my +13, did you?
No.
I rolled 3 d20s like a twat, rather than adding +3. But the first one was a 15, so +3 is an 18.
Okay, so yeah, you shove one of your thieves' tools in and just clink, and as you do so, the stone itself just boom, and you can see it sort of sink down to the bottom of the water.
I will.
So I will let you make a quick straight dexterity check to see if you can sort of swipe out of the water before it sinks to the bottom.
Hell yeah. 13.
13 is just enough to do it, as you sort of catch it, and this marbled scarlet and blue stone is now in your hand. However, the water is now up to chest height, and to the point where you're sort of having to stand on your tiptoes to keep your head above it.
I'll head back towards Mr.
Kirik at this point. Cool. So Kirik at this point, it's probably around your shins, but water is just continuing to flow. And it is at this point that you hear the sound of a clink as something metal slams somewhere.
Oh, fuck.
Did it come from down the corridor, or?
It seems to have come back from the way you've come.
Uh-oh.
I will also say
come on, Ender.
Dargon, Bothrid, Remley and Gindris also notice these holes shrink open and water begins rushing in.
Sorry, everyone.
Guys, whatever you did, it's now in here too.
Well, we're going to have to move, and I'm going to move down the corridor to see if there's a way out through there.
Okie dokie. So...
It's Lara Croft bullshit.
I was going to say that I want to run back to the hallway that we came from.
Okay, as you run back to the hallway that you've come from, there is a solid metal door or metal barrier there. There is also a solid metal barrier here.
I'll shout back, "We're trapped in here! Look, the hallway's been blocked off."
I assume I don't see anything in this room.
It is empty apart from a sconce on the wall burning with that strange purple fire. Make me an investigation check, please.
Oh
I mean, I can take on aqueous adaptation, so I'll be fine. You guys are fucked.
That would be a 17.
17. So as you look, the walls themselves, for the first time around here, you notice these strange dwarven pictographs almost around the walls, and they seem to culminate in a coming together, so to speak, in front of you, sort of dead center of the wall.
I will move towards it.
Okay.
Do I see any kind of like bit of stone that looks like some sort of button or anything? Or is it just like culminating into...
with your investigation check, you now see some writing in Dwarvish where these pictographs come together, and it just looks like all these various sort of dwarves are mining. In the centre, there looks like there's this symbol of a gemstone which they're all revering, and underneath there is this writing in Dwarvish. As you then hear Remley shout, "What did you fuckers do? I can't swim."
Remley, come here. Follow my voice down the corridor.
There's a lot of water that way. We try to switch accents fucking willy-nilly tonight.
Can I investigate this
Remley at this point.
door in front of me and see whether it's something, and whether it's come down, sideways, whatever? Can I push it out of the way? What is it?
It's difficult to figure out which way it's come from. However, you can make me a strength check to see if you can shove it at all.
Yep.
Come on. Give it a good tug.
That's a bit better. 19.
Pervert.
A 19. Dargon, you take a step back and your whole shoulder just ripples with pain. You are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, as this is a solid metal barrier. That hurt.
Good.
Remley is he's put his shield on his back at this point, and has sheathed his sword and is literally sort of to get through the water which is now in this corridor. And you are floating probably about I don't know, a good 12 inches probably from the ceiling at this point.
So can I shout, Gindris, if you can stop fire, can you control water? Hoping he can freeze up the holes or something.
Gindris is going to walk down and look. Well, what a fine pickle this is. No.
Oh, fuck off, Gindris. He's really helpful when you don't need him to be, isn't he? And then when you need him, he does fuck all.
Kirit, you need a hand? I can't get out this way.
I don't know yet. Remley, what does this say?
As Remley's coming dashing through, and the water in this room is probably now around shin height, so probably around knee height on Remley. Remley looks at it and he stares closer and sort of looking around, stares closer a bit more. Well, it says something along the lines of, again, mixing accents here. True of heart may pass. True of heart. I've not got a clue.
Allow me then, gentlemen, as Ander enters the room.
I'm gonna just, as Anders moving in, I'm just gonna put my hand on the center of the gemstone that all the dwarves seem to be revering.
Okay.
Anything happens.
As you place your hand on the center, nothing happens.
Come on, Gindris. I think we better go find out what the fuck they're doing. I can't get us out this way.
Can I use my shiny new... Looking at the pictures, I can see they're revering a stone thing. I have just liberated a stone from the wall. I will place that stone where the picture of the stone is on the wall, because I am true of heart, so it will be fine.
So you come walking in and just sort of place the stone there. Again, nothing happens.
Oh.
Do we need to put it back in the place that it was?
I mean, is it too late for that?
Well, I think at this point we're a bit fucked. So let's figure the riddle out. If I'm not mistaken, Yorkshire accent. If I'm not mistaken, the room that you pulled from is flooded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not swimming.
I can swim. Oh, so we need to go that way. Not this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we'll put it back into place and see what happens, if anything.
Okay.
Ander,
My
do
turn.
you want? Yeah, do you want to give it to me? I'm closer.
But I can breathe underwater.
I can hold my breath.
All right. Give me it back if it doesn't work, though. Looks valuable.
Yeah, of course I will.
Maybe
Okay,
two there.
so you all sort of pass this stone along you as Gindrith, Bothrid, and then Dargon are sort of in the corridor. Bothrid's sort of looking around, and you can see that he's contemplating something. Dargon, you take the stone and sort of you dive down underneath, sort of holding your breath. What armor are you wearing?
Heavy armor.
Fucking heavy armor.
You don't need to dive down.
I
As
just
you walk, you are sinking. You're just like, and you, as you step forward, the pressure plate slips underneath your feet, and you sort of slip a little bit and have to fight to hold yourself on your feet. I'm going to say, make me a dexterity saving throw, please. In the room and sort of in this whole place now, apart from this corridor, the water is now definitely at waist height for most medium sort of tall, so anybody that's sort of around 5 or 6 foot is probably around your waist at this point. Remley is panicking.
It was a 12 on the deck save.
12 on the deck saves. You just managed to catch yourself, and then you can see just about the indentation where this stone came from, and you can see sort of the stone around it looks like it's been chipped away.
I'll try and put it back in that place then.
You place the stone in, and it's one of those moments where you place it in, and it's just this boom, boom, and you try twisting it, boom, 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 and at this point your lungs are beginning to burn a little bit. You realise you need to sort of head back to get a bit of breath. Nothing seems to be happening when you put the stone back in.
Alright. Do I also not have 4 something minutes of breath?
Bearing in mind you've had to wade in heavy armour underwater, catch yourself from slipping, then try and put this stone in, and you've got to try and turn around and get back.
Yeah. Right, I'll get back up to the top. And
It's
right.
more of an effort to get back up because this room slopes down and you're in heavy armour, and you sort of have to almost grab onto the sides of the walls and find just little handholds and slowly pull yourself up, and it sort of, you get out, and for you it's probably, I don't know, what, ball height at this point.
Nothing's
you sort of
happening.
wade back through.
I can't really get it back in. I was standing on the pressure plate. Does that matter?
Difficult to tell.
No idea.
Well, someone else is willing to give it a
Water's
go.
rising.
Does the person of true of heart need to be at the door rather than anywhere in here? Because obviously we're trapped in, the door's shut. Do we need to present the jewel to the door and prove we are true of heart to be able to leave?
I'm just going to move in and pass on. I'll ask Dargon, but give me the stone.
Here you go. Give it a whirl. It's a bit slippy going down there.
I'm just going to go
So at this
back
point,
and
Gindris and Bothrid enter the room.
just going to go back and try to place the stone on the, just under the, like just across the lettering.
So you step forward and you sort of place the stone across the lettering. As you drag the stone, you actually scratch part of the words, and it's like a little bit of the wall comes away where the words were, and something else was revealed underneath, another dwarvish word.
Hang up there.
Remley? I'll keep scrubbing like the entire thing if I can.
Can you cast water walk on him, please? He's about to die.
I don't have it, however, I will in this room just wave my hand, and I'm gonna use destroy water to destroy 45. No, how much is it that I destroy with that? 10 gallons of water.
10 gallons of water. So we'll say you reduce enough water for Remley to sort of...
I mean,
Can we get on with this, please?
I'll happily get behind Remley and pick him up, lift him up.
So Remley sort of peers. Ugh. Stout of heart. Not true of heart, stout of heart. Fuck it. Out of the way. And he places a hand. I'm a dwarf! And with that, there is just sort of this glow around the room, and a door just appears, just like an archway, just appears, and Remley just jumps through. The water itself seems to reach the edge of the wall and doesn't go any further.
I'll jump
Go,
in.
go!
Okay, so let's clear some fog. Boom. Yeah, let's make this nice and simple. Cool. So Remley sort of jumps through, drops to his knees, sort of coughing and spluttering. Kirik, you managed to get through. Bothrid's going to just run and jump through. Gindris will follow. And a Dargon, what are you doing?
Go on, Ander.
I'll attempt to go through if it lets me.
Okay, you dive through. It's at this point, Dargon, you can see the door looks like it's beginning to fade.
I'm fucking going. I'm going straight after them. I was just waiting for the last
Cool.
ones to go through and
You-
straight behind.
You literally sort of use the water to actually sort of lubricate your entrance, is what I'm going to say there, as you just sort of
Nice.
slide through. And then behind you, solid stone once more.
Let's not do that again anytime soon, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That wasn't fun.
That's on me, everyone. Sorry.
Does he always just go for the shiny objects?
Fucking always.
Yeah. It's a compulsion.
You've got a problem, son. You might want to get that checked.
I'll get that sorted when you curb your casual racism.
What casual racism?
Moving
Blatant
on.
racism.
Well, if we want to take a break, this feels like the moment to do it before going explore any further. I know that we might be concerned about what comes after, but yeah, let's take a breather here if we need it, I say.
I promise I won't touch anything.
Yeah. Let's stop here.
Hey, you do that. Well,
Can I have that gem back?
we
then?
are. How long do we plan to sit? An hour? More? What?
I'm happy with a quick sit down. What about the rest of you? We have been travelling a while.
I could do with a big job. I could do with a full one, to be honest.
How long have
But-
we been actually travelling since our last break? Because I don't think it's been very long.
No, it's probably been
A couple of hours.
4 or
Yeah,
5
probably.
hours, I would have said.
Yeah, I think we're at short rest territory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a longer one, but I can go on for a bit more. So yeah, about an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. Sit down, chill and relax. Whilst we don't touch anything.
And Remley sort of walks around the room and turns, and you realise you've all been culminating or sort of standing around this stone and bronze statue of a dwarf.
Anyone
Hello,
you know, Remley?
Well, does it look like we just all know each other?
No, but you're a dwarf and I'm not, so do you know him?
No.
Now he's casually racist.
This looks like it's been here, well, generations.
It's not
As I said to
Dorigar
you
then.
before. No. It looks more distinctly of my kin.
So,
But
this statue's dwarven. Does that make these tunnels dwarven? Because I thought that they weren't recognisable to you.
just because I don't remember them doesn't mean they're not dwarven and weren't here before me.
No, that's cool. I'm just trying
This
to get
could
me
have been
bearings.
lost to us for generations, for
Yeah.
all I know.
Is there like a plaque on the statue that might have a name on it?
Maybe an investigation check, please.
Eloy's grumpy.
15.
There is, again, dwarvish writing around it.
Remley, what does this say? Might give us a clue to who this gentleman is. Assuming it's a gentleman,
Well,
sorry.
Sort of
I
peers
assumed
at it for a minute. Well, it's certainly to commemorate a, well, not even a great warrior, but a great miner. This is in recognition of one Gizgrog Berrybuckle, or sorry, Berylbuckle. Supposedly lost his life digging in the great golden vein.
Great golden vein?
You
Great golden vein.
you ever heard of a great golden vein?
No, but I can assume that there was probably once a vein of gold in these mines.
Sweet.
You know what we're like. Gemstones, precious metals. We know how to work with the stone.
Yeah, and Ander knows how to nick it and sell it. So,
liberate it and use it for my own. Come on, I don't steal.
oh yeah, sorry. Liberate and invest.
Thank you.
Oh, and lads, that was far too exciting for me for what we want. I'm having a breather. As much as I'd like to light a cigar, I don't think that's a very good idea, Danny.
No, I don't think so.
Remley just sort of sits against the wall, sort of pulls his knees up, rests his long sword, and just leans his head back. Wake me up in an hour. Just falls
When
asleep.
he falls asleep during the short rest, I will liberate that blue gem off him.
Wasn't it Kirik?
It was Kirik that had it.
I have it, but I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you. I'm feeling that could be worth something.
So it is a marbled scarlet and blue gem.
Yeah. I will, however, not take a short rest because there's no point for me to take it one. And whilst these guys are all,
Bothrid's going to do the same.
chilling. Oh, is Bothrid not taking a short rest?
Yeah, because I don't think Bothrid's actually done all that.
Oh,
Give
he
my
gets
bardic
raged
inspiration
back.
die. If I have a short
He
rest,
will
I'm going
take a
to do
short
that.
rest, actually, yeah. He will take a short rest.
Cool, in that case, I'm going to just move to the end of the room. Just see what is beyond it.
Okie dokie. Doing this the easy way. You come to a crossroads of sorts.
Brilliant. In that case, I will spend my short rest designing a rune on the floor here.
Okay.
It's going to take me an hour. It's going to take me an hour to cast. But I will eventually set it out to be... Oh, hang on. Do I have enough material for that? I do. Yeah, I will first design the rune, and then I'll place kind of diamond dust on top of it. And it's going to be like the rune that it was shown to me when we killed the Eladrin in the what's it called? In hell. It's not hell, but you know what I mean.
Feywild. Oh.
Not Feywild.
I know, in death.
Yes. And I will set it out to be an explosive rune as I cast Glyph of Warding.
Oh.
Sweet.
Basically set a claymore.
Nice.
And I will set the password to be Wardens.
And then forget to tell
It
Ander.
was not lullaby.
Ander, wait! Bang!
Yeah, he gives it for a wee, and then blows his cock out.
There you go.
I would also probably probably set it to be thunder damage as well, because that means we might be able to hear it if anything crosses the stream.
Okay. So I will make you remember that one.
Yep, no worries.
Cool. So you spend an hour crafting that rune, as everybody else sort of just takes a moment to pause. Is there anything anybody else wants to do while we have sort of this hour's moment of calm? Relative calm.
The only thing I want to do is look at this gem and see if I can determine what it is or its value.
So it certainly looks unique and valuable, I will tell you that straight off the bat. Make me an Arcana check, please.
Oh. 25.
Shit. There is some underlying magic within this stone somewhere. There is something.
Whoa.
Just out of curiosity,
Oh shit.
a history check, please.
Okay. A charisma saving throw.
I did love that reaction, though.
19.
I think they dexterity. 19.
Yeah.
You suspect,
Oh.
you strongly suspect, that this stone may be one of a number of certain types of stone.
Infinity Stones.
Oh
They
my god.
They exist in
It's the
very
dwarves to make the
distinct-
gauntlet. It all makes sense.
They exist in very unique formats, and each type, from what you have heard and read in the past, has a distinct combination of shape and colour. The one you hold is very specifically a sphere of this marbled scarlet and blue effect. You know they were once attributed to a god or a goddess, but the name escapes you.
As all three of us think that this is now a full quest to find the others.
Yeah. Fuck the main storyline. I'm going to be doing this for the next 6 months.
All for a snap.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really know what to do with that, man.
That's exactly the point, mate. You'll need to use some form of identification to get the answer to this particular riddle.
Oh, just attune to it, see what happens.
Legend lore. That's what we need.
Well, I don't think
true.
it actually requires attunement. No, it does require attunement.
Okay.
It does. Oh, I've got too many attunement items. I'll have to save that for my next rest.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Oh shit! I should have given the warhammer to. Fuck.
He's
Okay,
asleep.
so anybody else doing anything in this hour? Gindris is just sort of walking slowly around, observing. The walls again in this room have that distinct pictographic feel. There are carvings and dwarvish art, some sort of gilded with what looks like brass around the edge to give that very distinctly dwarven but quite a regal feel to it as well.
I'll sit down with my back against one of the walls, and I'll have Timiel's Wrath across my legs, across my thighs, and just sort of grasp each. Grasp the hilt, grab sort of the blade, just close my eyes, and very simply just give out a sort of a question. It's to the ether, but it's also sort of a kind of prayer, and it would just be. It's quite simple. Save the Duergar. Kill their masters. And it's just sort of trying to get a feeling as to whether we should, is that what we try, is that what we could and should do? That's what I'm trying to do.
Make me a strength-based religion check, please.
Phantasmo.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't have any proficiency on religion, so it's just my strength.
You just flex so much. You talk to God. Love it. Are you listening? The gym is my temple, man.
That's a 14.
So you don't have wine, you have protein shakes.
That's all it is in his backpack, just cigars and protein.
Just jerky. That's
There's whey in there, there's creatine.
Just a couple of nuts for the after fight session. Oh dear me.
Honestly, you've ruined my whole aesthetic around using Dargon's inner strength as his form to channel.
Sorry. I just love the idea.
He's just sitting there doing press-ups going, come on, talk to me. He's like, are you impressed now by doing claps? Like, come on.
Starts doing one finger push-ups. Like,
one hand leg split. Like, oh, come on, yeah, come on.
Oh well, that was one hell of a diversion.
Yeah, that was. I apologise.
I mean, take
That's the
that
clip
out
for
of
this
context,
episode, I
guess. Yeah. Just Dave grunting, going, "Come on!" I mean, I could use that for many different nefarious means.
What is it? Something,
There you go.
Something you can
Our
say to your
social
dog,
media
but not,
master's
your,
gonna
not,
play
not
that
your
one.
other half is, come. So.
Right, strength-based religion check then, please, sir.
Yeah, sorry, it was a 14.
Oh yeah, we're still doing that.
Yeah,
aren't
you're
we?
kind of still did that. Yeah.
So with a 14, you reach out, and there is that warm feeling as the sword sort of rests across your knees. You get nothing in return. However, then there is a voice in your head. Dargon, you know you can still talk to me. I do still exist.
Yeah, what do you think about these masters of the Duragar? These Duragar seem like they're pretty friggin' horrible. But I don't know. Do we try and help them? They seem enslaved.
Well, I suppose no creature deserves to be doing things that is not of their own volition.
Yeah, pretty true.
Perhaps we see to these masters and then we'll see what happens. If the Duragar turn again, then well, there's your answer.
Yeah, from the chat we had with that Duragar, we got no chance with them being enslaved. As they're enslaved, they're not going to exactly turn on their masters. I don't think they've got the strength. So let's hope that they can afterwards. And if not, well, no difference really, I suppose.
Indeed. For now, probably just keep your wits about you and maybe not let Ander touch any more sparkly objects.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the brains, to be honest. Those horrible fucking things. You did a bloody good job of them last night.
Well, I can't have my champion being a dribbling mess, can I?
No more than usual, anyway.
That is fair, yes.
Yup. Well, if you hear or see anything, wake me up.
I was half expecting them to say, "Do it for the gains, bro."
I'm just going to go and do some push-ups.
And as Dargon's there doing push-ups, you can just hear Timil's wrath in your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, deeper. 6,
Spot
7,
it.
8.
Yeah, and as she's doing that, I'm doing 997, 999, Or more precisely, I think Dargon's probably going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like actually staring at his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. At this point, Gindris has sort of been observing and sort of, does he always talk to himself? It's rather bizarre.
Yeah, pretty much.
You are a very strange bunch of folk.
Pot, kettle, black.
Well, I like to consider myself more mysterious than strange.
Yeah,
But you are not wrong.
you are an enigma.
And so the hour passes. As relatively little else happens. Remley snores quite loudly. And you notice as he snores, his whole beard just sort of...
How long does it take to do your symbol, Kirik?
An hour.
That's an hour.
It takes
Does
Kirik
take
to
an
sort
hour
of
to read,
sketch this out and sort of get it proportionally right and cast the magic into it. And Gindris at some
Yes,
point
the
will sort
whole-
of peer over your head. Yes, very interesting. Sort of steps back a little bit. And eventually the hour completes and Gindris sort of just goes and places a gentle hand on Remley's shoulder. Remley sort of, what? What? Duragar? No. Oh, what? Oh, sorry, Gindris. Yes. Is it time to go? I think so. Are we off then, gentlemen?
What have you been fiddling about with Kirik down there?
I've well, it's a good question. I've cast a spell here. I've designed a rune, and I'll show it to them, to make it so that anyone that enters this room or leaves it, if they're chasing us, they will, unfortunately or fortunately, trigger it. It should create a loud noise that should deal some damage to these individuals that are following, but also will let us know that someone or something is coming behind us. And it can also just be a room. Just make it so that it's a room that we can come back to. And as I do that, I kind of just wave my hand, just finishing the spell, and the room becomes almost imperceptible. So
we can retreat back here and use it as a trap.
As long as when we're passing, we're thinking of the password, which is Wardens.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to say, how does it know? How do we get around it? So we have to say Wardens, yeah?
Or just think it. We don't need to say it. As long as we have some form of password set up, we should be able to.
Good call, not choosing Lullaby. That would have been awkward.
I thought so.
Is it one of those things that we all have to think it, or do you say it and we have a couple of seconds to run through it?
No, everyone that passes through needs to be thinking of the password.
Alrighty then.
Otherwise, we'll trigger it.
Test it out, Dargon.
What a mighty fine trap that is, Kirik. Well done.
That's good.
Thank you.
You haven't seen or heard anything from the other pathways while you've been sitting here, have you?
No, but I was also just very focused on casting it. It kind of took a little bit out of me, but...
That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Yeah, well, I tell you what, with everything going on then, shall I go ahead first?
Yeah, I'll come with you. And I'll think Wardens as I pass through.
I will say Wardens, and I will follow.
And everybody follows on as you now sort of enter this crossroads of sorts, where there's a path that leads south, there is a path that leads east, there's a room to the west, so we'll just unblock that for now, and then there's a room. I should have started somewhere else. Let's start over here. I'll say as you sort of traverse around this crossroads, it's almost like a roundabout, I guess. This is what you uncover.
It's worth pointing out we're still only in the top left-hand corner of the whole map.
I was going to say, if I zoom out here, then it's just ridiculous.
It's nuts.
Very aware of that fact.
We'll be here in September.
Yeah. Pick a lane, gents.
The rest of you following us?
Oh.
Oh yeah, they're all on the way. I've just not moved the tokens yet. I've got a lot to deal with, Dave.
So that room
I was talking to
here, to our left, no, to Anders' right. If that has a pile of debris there, we all know what that means, don't we?
Yeah, I'm not going in there. Right, next
debris.
one.
It looks like, rather than previously where it was like busted up bits of wood, this looks more specifically like gears and cogs and bits of discarded metal.
I still don't
want to go near it.
I still don't trust it.
Okay.
Nope. If I was an artificer, I'd probably be all over that. Ooh, gears and cogs.
So which way are we going?
We'll go and have a look at the southern way.
South, I was going to say.
As you enter the southern room, very little in this room apart from the 4 wall sconces. Some apparently bigger than others because I clearly cocked up the Incarnate map. As this strange purple glow continues to burn within, you also notice at the bottom of the room it looks like there is an exit out.
It looks like it bends round.
What do you see to the other corridor? Let's do the thing. Let's split it. Let's do the thing.
I'll move there.
Split the party.
What do I do? What do I see?
Bothrid
Sorry.
will go with Dargon. You pretty much see all you can see now because it is a dead end.
Oh, good.
Ends.
Have I still
Well,
got
it's
the
not a
dark
dead end,
vision?
but the corridor ends here. It looks like there's something going on here. Yes, you have your dark vision for another hour, I will say.
Cool.
Kirik, it looks like it bends off and away, back up, sort of the way we came, sort of thing. That way, if you know what I mean. What about you? Is that a blank room, as in no way out?
There's a way out, but it seems to go up slightly. Does the corridor seem to be slightly thinner?
Yes, it seems to narrow down to what looks like a 5-foot wide corridor.
Is it sloping down? Is it getting deeper, or is it on the same level as us?
Good question.
Same level, from what you can tell.
And nothing seems to be going down.
Yeah, same for my corridor, same level.
All on the same level.
I'm gonna go back to the guys and say, let's take this one. The other one has a narrow corridor. I don't trust it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll go first. I'll check what's what's up here.
I'll go side by side with Dargon because it's 10 foot wide.
Okay, so you guys head forward. Make me a perception check as you are walking, please.
Yes, sir.
12.
22.
No.
22. So, Kirik, somewhere in the distance you can hear what is most distinctively the marching of feet.
Crap. I kind of put my hand on Dargon's shoulder and I wait a little bit. Does it seem like it's getting louder?
It does.
Oh shit.
I'll whisper. What is it?
I hear footsteps and march.
Good.
And can you look around the corridor? You're by far the most equipped for the job.
Yes. Yes, I can. And I will.
Okay.
I'll do it invisibly because I'm not feeling very lucky.
Nice.
So I'll put the cloak up. And I will.
Okay, so.
Quiet as a field mouse. I'm gonna have a butcher's around the corner.
I'm sweating so much, guys. Squeaky bum time this is.
So as you pop your head around the corner invisible, you notice that this room sort of is a very strange shape. There is a huge, great broken dwarven statue, 2 great broken dwarven statues actually in this room. Sort of the brass and the stone just scattered across the floor. And it opens, it looks like there is a corridor into another room. I'm just doing this in blocks because it's easier.
So I'll have to have a butcher's round here then, won't I?
You can see right now. So yeah, okay, that helps me massively. So you then, this opens into a square room. There is a central pillar in the middle of this room, and then you can see what looks like another exit to the south. And as you sort of peer or sort of listen round the corner, make me a perception check, please.
Roll well. 25.
25. You can now hear distinctly the sound of marching feet. Probably sounds, based on your estimations, like it's maybe 90 to 100 feet away. It's not massively far, but
oh, I thought you were saying 90 to 100 feet, as in that many people. I was like, fuck, no.
No,
Run!
away, in distance. It is
Kirik,
definitely getting closer.
that a symbol thing, will that damage multiple people or just the first person who steps through it?
Everything within range.
Oh shit, including us. Oh fuck.
That range is 30 feet, I think.
We're going to have to squeeze ourselves right over the end.
20 foot. 20 foot radius sphere that goes around corners.
So, should we try and pull them back in?
Sounds like a risky move, but we could try.
Or do we just leave it to card our back and pincer point whatever's coming?
I'd rather leave it. But let's wait to see what Ender comes back with. He's probably already here. We just wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, you and I standing here, we can probably block this corridor off. We'll probably do all right.
True.
So if I just have a little butchers down that corridor, do I actually see them coming?
Have you noticed that
Can I
Anders
see
smells?
what?
Watches down that corridor. Now, what you see, your human eyes will see
What do your human eyes see?
another room.
Fucking hell.
There's so many.
There is
There's so
a
many of them.
single opening towards the south. The corridor does narrow here to about 5 foot wide before it opens out again into another room.
And I still can't see no one.
Can't see.
I'm gonna.
right now.
Sorry, I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna signal to the other guys and move Dargon with me because being on a corridor is just not great. Just in general.
What? No, I mean we can bottleneck him here. What are you on about? It's good to be here.
We can't move.
Fine.
I'm going to go there and have a look down the corridor.
I'll
Oh,
move up
man.
I'll move up next to Dargon. Move Dargon up to Kirit.
Bearing in mind, you wouldn't know that, so don't let that influence your decision around what you're doing.
Yeah, no.
No.
Just
I'll
keep
just
moving
move.
up. I'm just moving up.
Yeah.
I'm having a
I'll move
conversation
up
with Kirit.
because Ender hasn't come back, so it's clearly safe.
Okay.
It's
So
clearly
I'll hang around
safe.
back and it. As you venture forth even further, you can see that what you can see through that door is either the end of a corridor, maybe, or it potentially opens out even further. And we'll say you can probably see out of there. As well.
Can I look to see whether there's any
Footsteps are getting closer.
anything left over of these statues as to any markings like we saw on that other one? Any like plaque or anything?
It's hard to tell on this statue. Make me an investigation check, anyway.
Guidance.
$13.
With a 13, you can see no plaques.
Cool. All right.
So I'll come back. I'll still be invisible, but I will say footsteps are getting closer. 90 feet away. But the corridor narrows, so we could ambush them one by one as they come out of the corridor, potentially. Just around the corner from here. Follow the sound of my voice.
I have to admit, I like the sound of that. We can block them in. Yeah. Can
Or at
we?
least have an idea who or what it is that's coming through.
Okay. So I am going to ask everybody to make me stealth checks. Well, are we doing this stealthily, trying to be as quiet as possible now?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's be disadvantaged as fuck.
Hey, that was a 12.
Not bad. 9.
Gindris gets a 21.
Jesus Christ.
I got 16.
I was
And
thinking
I'm
Remley then.
invisible.
I was like, how the hell?
You
Yours
roll
will
with
be at
advantage?
advantage, remember, Danny?
Oh, let me do it again.
I rolled an
Everyone
18 and a
gets still a
7.
16.
That's so annoying. Can you not roll lower than... What's it?
On charisma checks and stuff.
Ah, okay. That's what that is.
On persuasion and
Doesn't have-
deception.
Yeah.
Doesn't have reliable talent
So,
yet.
who rolled 10 or below?
Nope.
I rolled a
So-
9.
Dargon and Bothrid. Bothrid, actually, as he's sort of walking around this statue, trips over and scatters some of the rocks and stones, and there is just a sound. Dargon, the sheer just sound of your armour and everything, just the clinking, echoes throughout these halls, and as you all begin to move, the footsteps seem to hurry.
I would like to, with that, run up to the corner of the corridor. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Which
25,
corner?
30, and if we're doing this in rounds, I would like to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. So. And I will say that I also have my... Yeah, it's going to be a bit weird. For once, I'm actually going to bring up my shield and one-handed Timuel's Wrath.
Okay, so you bring out your shield. Timuel's Wrath is drawn. So there's light as well.
Yep.
Okay, so also
Is it worth you putting your shield down in front of the doorway, and you get behind it, and then I could just pepper them with arrows from behind you? Would I be able to see over you if you're knelt behind a shield still? Still be about.
It's not a tower shield. So yeah, I would say that I'd be able to do that. So yeah. Well, shall we wait for them to come here, and then yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
okay, so as you
guess
all sort of
to
slink
move.
into this room, so you all move into places that are relatively hidden. However, Bothrid and Dargon making a colossal noise, and the footsteps have hurried.
Can I?
We will say.
I don't know how long we have here. I suddenly have the idea to also then grab my ball bearings bag and just lob it all down the corridor.
Now we're talking.
The whole fucking thing. Just all the way down the corridor.
Fuck stealth. At this point.
So I'm just going to draw.
Oh, hang about.
There we go. So
Nice.
that's where all the ball bearings just
I was going to
scatter
loop
down.
myself up with the oil
and
of
you-
slipperiness, but I don't know.
At this point, you see 1,
Oh no.
2, 3, 4 Derigar come running into this room.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sort of one of them steps up, and as they step up, they hear the ball bearings scatter down. They sort of stop, and they turn and say something in Dwarvish, and a slightly stockier Derigar steps up. Come out. We know you are there.
In Dwarvish,
No, that was in common.
I'll look at Kirik. Like,
I mean, we can't go down the corridor now, so...
well, of course we're fucking here. I will stand. I
Oh.
will move and stand forwards and stand there.
Oh, shit.
Lay down your arms, giant man, and come with us. Our overlords wish to speak with you.
Oh, trust me, we've got plenty of words for those little fuckers.
I suggest you lay down your arms as requested.
I'm afraid they're attached,
You
sonny
are
boy.
surrounded.
Yeah, no, we're not. Just we're
Make me a
not.
perception check, please.
Everyone?
Everyone? Who's
That's a
listening?
natural
Obviously,
20.
the disadvantage over the noise of these shouts. So
Cock and balls. Never mind then. Well, what was that? Perception check. That's still a dirty 20. Nice.
19 was my
at this
worst.
point, you hear hurried footsteps coming in from the other direction.
30-20 for me as well.
What are the... What,
2, 3, 4 more Duragar into the room.
Ooh. In.
As I said, you are surrounded. Lay down your weapons and come with us.
I think we could take him. I'm thinking in my head. Not trying to give away, man.
And
I will-
thinking he's talking to himself, thinks, or just mutters, I think I could take him. And sort of has that moment of, oh shit, was that out loud? As Remley just
Oh,
stares
okay.
at you. You fucking insane.
I will use message to talk to Dargon to say I can create an oil spill on the ones flanking us. We will have
It's
an
message, not
advantage. Oh, fucking hell.
You got
So
6
what,
seconds to
6
say what you
seconds?
like.
All right
Yeah,
then.
it's literally
I
6
can
seconds
use
to
my
just go.
potion of oil of my lube. I can chuck it on the ground and create a slippery area where they won't be able to get to us from the left. And they've got the ball bearings on the corridor, so they can't actually get to us.
All
without
said
potentially
very
falling
quickly
over.
within 6 seconds.
Well, look, mate. As much as I love a fight, we're not actually really here to do much. So, if you really want to fight us, fine. But we ain't dropping these arms. So, either come and get us, or let us pass. But I ain't fucking dropping them for anyone.
Very well. And he just shouts out something in Dwarvish, and you see, or as you turn around now and see the Duragar behind you, you see one grow and step
Oh,
forward.
fuck me.
2 grow and step forward.
Oh yeah.
Can I chuck my oil of slipperiness now? Well, I don't have to chuck it, I can just walk up.
And
Oh,
I
let's go.
think with that, based on time, I think we're going to leave it there for tonight. So, surrounded by Duragar, seemingly growing and enlarging, wanted by the overlords now, as clearly their presence is known, our heroes are left in a conundrum and hoping to fight their way out. We will see what happens next week, but thank you all once again for joining us. I know it's been a bit slow in parts while we figure a few things out, but such is a dungeon crawl. There are things we have to think about, turns we have to consider, traps we have to negate, and DM checks I have to do in the background. But thank you all for sticking with us. I hope you've enjoyed it thus far. I hope we will see you again next week to see what happens. A huge shout out to all the tools we've used. I won't call them all out again, but obviously a massive shout out to Owlbear Radio, which will be the one I call out tonight for the awesome virtual tabletop. I moan about the fog tool, but to be fair, if that's the only thing I'm moaning about, it's doing its job pretty well. The token management has just been improved as well, which is awesome. So there's lots of good things on the way. So yes, as I say, next week we will, or I will not be here. So in the hot seat, we'll be somehow DMing a very special one-shot. I will still be, well, hopefully, internet permitting or Wi-Fi permitting, I will hopefully still be in the chat, interacting with folks while I'm on holiday, watching the guys play out whatever happens. but I will be viewing along with the rest of you, really. So do not miss that. I know there's been a couple of follows while we were just playing that last sort of bit out there, so thank you very much, anybody else who's followed us. Thank you all who continue to stick with us and continue to support us. We love you all. Yes, let's see what happens in the coming week. So enjoy the one shot next week. I will, of course, be back the following week to continue this adventure. But until I see you, have a fantastic time, and we will see you next time.